Alrighty, that's it for me tonight, guys. I can't play anymore.
Oh, come on, man. Just one more game.
Not, dude. I'm serious. I really need to get a good night's sleep tonight.
No, seriously, one more game. You think 20 minutes is going to be the difference between making or breaking your
Okay,
day?
okay, fine, fine. One more game, but that's it. Okay, now I'm actually gonna get off. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Dude, we just won. You can't end on a win.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, one more. Win or lose, one more. Look, I'm tired. It's 11 p.m. I have work
Oh,
tomorrow.
is your mommy telling you it's bedtime?
What?
Oh,
No,
is the
that's
little
not.
boy so sleepy?
Okay, you know what? All right, that's it. I am calling it. We just lost 3 games in a row. I'm going to bed.
But that means we're due, bro. We're about to get matched in bad lobbies and roll them.
Okay, that's
A really good point.
a really good point, but just one more. It is 3:32 in the morning. I'm getting off.
Okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Now, counter argument, no balls.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk about this whole just get a VPN thing because I don't think a lot of Americans fully understand what's going to happen if TikTok does get banned in the United States. First of all, there is a 99% chance that no one is going to buy TikTok. ByteDance already said they were not going to sell their algorithm, and that's the piece that everybody wants. Yes, they could still probably buy the name and retain the user base, but they'd have to rework the app so much that it would probably end up breaking in more ways than just one, just for it to come out as another crappy copy of Reels, resulting in a massive loss of time and people leaving anyways. On top of that, we're talking about a buyout that would cost tens of billions of dollars, and acquisitions of that size usually take years to finalize, so the fact that we haven't heard anything from anyone yet is not a good sign. Second of all, TikTok is going to lose 95% of its American viewer base very quickly for multiple reasons. It won't be available in app stores, so you won't have any new users. But on top of that, if the only way to actually access the app is by using a VPN, most people are just going to move on. As much as I'd like to think that we're all going to download Nord and stick it to the man, most people are inherently lazy and cost adverse, so it's probably not going to happen. In addition, all of the advertisers and thus the creators are going to move on. Look, I love TikTok. It has been amazing for me, but this does constitute as one of my jobs, and if I'm unable to make money from it, one of two things is going to happen. Either A, I'm going to slow down my content creation or completely stop so that I can go get a job that does pay me, or B, I'm going to start gearing all of my content towards other platforms that do pay me. By the way, shameless self-plug. If you like my content, go follow me on all the other socials. It's either Yonside or Yonside Lucas. All the links are up in the bio. And just so everyone knows, a lot of us small to medium-sized content creators are not making a lot of money. And in fact, unless you have other revenue streams outside of social media, like you sell a product or a subscription to that blue and white Odd Future site, you're not pulling in that much. TikTok disappearing means that my incentive to create content, especially at the quality and frequency that I currently do, disappears as well. And yes, there will still be fantastic creators from other countries who continue to post on this site. But as an American, when I personally look at who I follow and the videos I like, the majority of them are coming from other American creators. Also, I'm a stupid American. I only speak English. So if the largest English-speaking demographic is taken off this app, save for a few other countries, the majority of the content that's left is either going to be stuff I literally don't understand or stuff that's not geared for me. So just for a quick recap, there is probably no one coming to buy TikTok and it will start to fall apart for US users. It's going to become harder. And remember, kids, you can't trust everything that you see on the internet.
Great googly moogly, look at the size of them bazongers. Looking for an American boyfriend, must be 60 years old and have active credit card. Oh, baby. Well, I could show you a thing or two if you show me your 2 things. She's gonna love that. Oh, also, do you know anyone with a Cialis prescription? And send. Oh no, that was my public profile.
I just came up with the most hilarious idea. Okay. Imagine for a second, like, every top government official had like a boys group chat, right? But instead of talking about like which Pixar mom they want to smash, right? They were just sharing like classified military secrets with each other. And to communicate, they would like use emoji. Okay, why is everybody laughing? And you're trying to tell me they added the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic and no one even questioned who that number was? No, they didn't. You're lying to me. No, look, they're stupid, but nobody is that stupid. Show me the message. I'm not even asking for that. Just show me. You haven't pulled up? You haven't pulled up? Okay, let me check this out real quick. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, they are that stupid. Everyone was telling me don't go into journalism, but no, I just had to prove them wrong. What are we even supposed to write about at this point? It's not even satire. We're just predicting the future. We are the print version of The Simpsons. I am not exaggerating when I say that literally anything that is currently happening is better than what I could write. And I have been macro-dosing ayahuasca. All in favor of turning into a legitimate news source, say aye. Tim, I quit. That's it. I'm going to Fox News. Because at least when I write made up stories, they'll pretend it's real there. Things are getting bad, and you need to fix them. Yeah, I mean, I get that they're not great, but they aren't like that bad. You people are next. Who said that? Oh, please, God, don't do it. 15 years in federal prison. What is wrong with you? She started it, and you're making it worse. Well, she's a copycat. No, she's not. She's a mother of 3 with no criminal history that is getting screwed by the medical system. Well, she shouldn't have said that. She said 7 words. Yeah, but those 7 words are scary, so we're gonna charge her with terrorism. That won't deter anybody. All you're going to do is make people more mad. Well, we need to set an example. I just had a crazy idea, right? Hear me out. How about we set an example by addressing some of the underlying issues in our current medical system that are causing people to lash out? Yeah, nah, see, because that would require me to do my job, and I'm not a big fan of that. Oh my God, things are about to get so much worse. I'm sorry, what was that? Nothing, because apparently you might charge me for it. Violence is never the answer. Exactly. Except for Thermopylae and the Third Servile War, which was also coined as Spartacus' slave rebellion, the Athenian Revolution, and the Theban Revolt. Okay, fine, but all those happened a while ago, so maybe it should be violence is never the answer, except for ancient civilizations. Yeah, violence is never the answer, except for ancient civilizations. And the French Revolution and the Russian Revolution and the American Revolution, you know, actually pretty much every revolution ever required a lot of it. And in fact, our entire country was basically founded on the idea that it was the answer. Okay, fine. Violence is never the answer except for ancient civilizations and revolutions. Yeah. And... oh, okay, I think we finally got it, right? Violence is never the answer except for ancient civilizations, modern day civilizations, basically any civilization in between, revolutions achieving democracy, stamping out fascism and or dictatorship, civil rights, labor laws, child labor laws, fair wages, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the ability to unionize, and in self-defense. Does that seem like we got everything? You know, I'm starting to think it might be the answer. No, violence is not the answer and we do not condone or support it. But historically, it has worked pretty well. What is this? What the hell is this? Sharing is limited to 1 chat at a time. This is to help limit the spread of potentially harmful content. This was under a video of Elon doing I mean, I'm not gonna do it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He did the thing with the hand where you hit the chest and then go up with it. The small mustache dudes in the 40s did it. But it was a Roman salute. I don't care what you think it was. I could give you 100 different ways to address a crowd before you use that one. Brother did that live in front of a global TV audience, but I'll be damned if I can't share that with 5 of my friends. I've been seeing from other content creators that this is popping up for multiple videos that have anything to do with something like Shishmortian rights, or that one guy from the Mario Brothers, or basically any serious conversation that we used to be able to have on here with no problem. What else did you guys do to this app when we were gone? Also, does anyone else find it kind of interesting that at the same time every other social media app is getting rid of their ability to community fact check? TikTok adds in a fact checker, but it's not community driven. TikTok right now kind of feels like when you get home and you can tell that someone's been in your room and nothing's really missing, but things have kind of just been moved around. And now I need to find out why. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Last night I was trying to watch Invincible. It's this animated superhero show that's on Prime. Now I pay about $140 a year for Amazon Prime. So can somebody please explain to me why a show that has a 50-minute runtime on a platform I already pay for has 6 separate ad breaks that are each a minute and a half long at the minimum? This was the whole reason we all got rid of cable. I dusted off the peg leg last night and headed back to the high seas. I am not about to spend 1/6 of an hour watching a bunch of crappy advertisements on something I already pay for. Also, Amazon, what exactly am I paying you for right now? Because y'all got rid of 2-day delivery, you have crappy ripoffs and dropshippers all over the site, your music platform is trash, and your video streaming service has ads all over it. And 80% of the time, if I want to watch something, I need to go subscribe to a different streaming service anyways. It's one thing if the platform is free, right? Like everyone always complains about YouTube ads, which I will admit are starting to get out of hand. But at least the platform is free and they pay their creators. This was kind of always the unspoken rule. If the platform is free, I'll deal with some ads. If I have to pay for the platform, fuck off! Let it be known to every company out there. If I pay for your subscription model or I outright buy a product from you and it comes littered with ads, I will immediately cancel that subscription or return that product. To all of these companies, do not get it confused. We all have a list of websites that do exactly what your platform does, and they do it for free. And the only reason we ever paid you is because you used to be slightly more convenient. All right, guys, so I'm gonna lock in Cloak and Dagger, and after that, I'm thinking we basically just need one more healer and then like maybe a tank or two. So if you guys could just auto-lock Punisher, auto-lock Hela, auto-lock Moon Knight, auto-lock Hawkeye. Please. Don't auto-lock Jeff. Yes, thank you, that's all I ever wanted, I am so happy. All right, sorry, misinput, relock Iron Fist. Son of a bitch! So we're 1 week into the new year, and I just kind of want to do a little check-in. How's everybody doing? Everything's on fire, and it looks like the apocalypse, and people are starting more fires, and we could really use some help. We really need some help. Okay, can anybody help California?
Well, we would love to help, but you kind of need water to fight a fire, and we don't really have any water.
What do you mean you don't have water?
Oh, like 1 million of us don't have access to safe drinking water right now.
1 million?
Yeah, but it's no big deal.
I'm pretty sure that's the definition of a big deal. Hey, speaking of big deals, it's only like 30 degrees up here right now. Okay, I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. Well, I mean, yeah, to you guys maybe, but it's usually negative 30. You guys are 60 degrees off what you should be? Yeah, and we're missing like 3 feet of snow. Hey, partner, we found your snow. Wait, really? Yep, and if you could take it back, that would be great, because we don't want it, brother. Wait, you guys have snow? Brother, between us and some of our neighbors to the north, 7 of us are currently in a state of emergency. All right, who else has major winter storms right now? It's nothing that we can't handle, except for all those power outages. Oh, that is rich coming from you.
There's no need to fight, lads. It's cold everywhere.
Ah, it is very cold, and the government is falling apart. What are you two doing here?
We just wanted to join in on the fun.
Please go away. We do not have the time to get into you guys too. Hey, we're doing all right. Okay, I mean, that's good to hear. Just want to remind you that I can happen at any moment.
Go away, it's not the time.
I'm sorry, who was that? He's nobody. I mean, well, we do know who he is. We just don't really talk about him. You don't talk about him. There's only like a 37% chance that he even happens in the next 50 years. Those are terrible odds. If all the geologists are saying that we're good for now, then we're good for now. Would you folks maybe want to join us? Wait, are you serious? Cause, hey guys, how's everybody doing? Either give us some good news or leave. All right, well, the trade war with China is really ramping up, and Russia hates us more than ever. How is any of that good news? Oh, you said good news. Bye, guys. Oh my god.
Only a couple more days, people.
Tell me you have a plan.
Oh yeah. First of all, we're changing the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
What is that supposed to do?
And we're going to buy Greenland.
This is gonna be a long year. I think my favorite part of everyone finding out that Lululemon leggings are made for like 15 bucks over in China is the concerning number of people who seem to be surprised by this. Like, what do you mean that they're not actually worth $120? What do you mean that you thought they actually were worth $120? Baby, you are paying for a brand name, and that is it. I cannot believe that a Birkin bag only costs $1,600 in raw material. I can't believe that you thought this ugly-ass leather monstrosity is worth the same as a down payment on a house. Well, they're supposed to be hand-stitched in France. I don't care if it was hand-stitched by the ghost of Alexander McQueen. It's not made out of adamantium. It's a purse. There is literally no universe in which the production cycle of a handbag is justifiably worth 10K more than the entire production cycle of a brand new 2025 Honda Accord. Are you out of your damn mind? It's nothing more than a stupid luxury name that they use to justify jacking the prices. Are you telling me that genuinely some of you just learned that companies use cheap offshored labor and materials to bring down the cost of manufacturing so that they can increase their profits? Because that's been happening since the 1970s and is literally Econ 101. Well, I'm done buying from these companies if they're just gonna rip me off. Rock on.